What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to speculate. We're gonna speculate about the missing link that we have on this splash page for the Professor X, because as you guys can see we have one missing slot over here, and we have 5 great possibilities on which characters it might be. Based on the characters that have been released so far, we can almost guess which character is going to be. I hope we can guess. Now, this character might be part of Dark Dimension 9. Yes, I think so. I remember that the envoy said that Professor X is not going to be part of Dark Dimension 9, but that Dark Dimension 9 will have something that will affect how you unlock Professor X. So, from my speculation, we might get Dark Dimension 9 much sooner than we expect, and it might come in 2 different forms. Or it is with Gear Tier 20, or it is with ISO 8 Blue level 4 or level 5. And this comes because Odin was the first character with purple ISO 8, right? And now Scopely, they put this video on YouTube, that you can see that the characters have purple ISO 8 and they already have level 4 equipped. They could even equip level 5, and the level 4 and level 5 ISO 8, it's already in game. We cannot access to it, we cannot see it, but on msf.gg you can actually see the stats that the level 4 and level 5 give you. The only thing you cannot see is just the special ability that level 5 gives to your character. So the ISO 8 level 4 and level 5 are pretty much in game, and that means that it will come sooner than later. Now, from this video as well that Scopely just dropped, we know that the rewards are going to be massive amounts of ISO 8. So you can see this is on the lowest difficulties, but then they show the rewards on higher difficulties, and you're gonna get 600,000. I mean, that's quite a lot. Now, these rewards, as you guys can see, it's only once per month, but it's still a huge amount of rewards. So this purple ISO 8 plus anything that you can buy throughout the week or extra rewards or anything like that, plus the ions. So the ions, we don't need more ions, right? We already have all the ions that we need. We just need this is the ions, this is the ISO 8. So we don't need more ISO 8 materials. We already have all that we need. So now the only thing that is going to change is the ions. And this makes me think, because Scopely already said that they are already working on the second boss of Battleworld, which is supposedly an evil version of Sue Storm from the Fantastic Four. So this means if they are already working on that, that means they already have set up everything for what's to come, right? And it's not going to be Null, it's not going to be Sue Storm as these characters from Battleworld. It seems like they have no correlation with the age of X. So once again, it makes me think that we're going to have some kind of new Dark Dimension. It will require the ISO 8 purple level 4 or even level 5, and that's how you're going to unlock this new character. And then finally, when you have all these 4 characters, when you have all their power combined, you can finally unlock Professor X. Now, Professor X, this is still an age, this is still a saga. So if you go here on the top, Age of Apocalypse, Age of X. So what I think is that we are going to require all these teams pretty much maxed out, pretty much with purple ISO 8 as well, maybe level 4, maybe even level 5, the same way it was for Apocalypse. And then finally, we're gonna have a saga, we're gonna have different missions like we had with Apocalypse, and then finally we can unlock Professor X. I think right now this is what makes the most sense, and therefore it means that if this guy is a legendary, if the guy from down is legendary, if this guy is Dark Dimension 8, for sure this guy is going to be Dark Dimension 9. Now, in terms of which characters could be part of Dark Dimension 9, we have at least 5. I'm gonna say 5 characters. You guys let me know in the comments below if there is any other character that you think that would possibly be a Dark Dimension character, but I think I chose 5 that are pretty good based on what Odin does. So first off, Odin is a hero character. So now we can get hero characters from Dark Dimension. Odin is part of a team, Asgardians, which has a lot of members, but they are kind of outdated anyway. So that means that maybe they have some synergies, but not like crazy amount of synergies, or there will be some limiting synergies like Odin has. And we have a few characters that could match this description and could come to the game. Some of them more directly than others, but I think those are 5 choices that could be interesting. So for the first choice is Sentry. We had for 2 years the rumors that Sentry is going to be a legendary character or some sort of character like that, but it seems like it keeps getting delayed. Now, recently we had the announcement of the Thunderbolts coming to Marvel Strike Force, and we also have the tease of Sentry on the Thunderbolts movie, so it could possibly make Scopely or Boundless to introduce finally Sentry after 2 years of being rumored, finally introduce Sentry to Marvel Strike Force. You'll have synergies, or at least some synergies with the Thunderbolts or with some Avenger characters. The only problem I have with this theory is that if this is gonna be a new team, it would make little sense that this new character would also be together with them or have synergies with them, right? Because Odin, once again, is Asgardian, and the synergies he has, it's with the trash characters from yesteryear. So I think it's less likely for Sentry to be Dark Dimension 9 reward. Now, in terms of the next option, we have is the Mojo World. And yes, it's true that Scopely says that these characters that have a difficult frame to work with, that they are very hard to work. But they have Mojo for like 3 years already. They have the 3D frame for Mojo, it's already in game. It has been there for 3 years, and they could bring Mojo to the game. Mojo has been a villain against the X-Men. He also has quote-unquote synergies with some X-Factor members, also with other Cosmic members. So it would be another interesting character to introduce to the game that could be part of Dark Dimension 9. And this open other possibilities that we'll talk about in a second. Other option that I think it's very possible and it would be an interesting character would be Armin Zola. Armin Zola would match the situation that we have with Odin, which is having synergies with the characters that are trash from yesteryear, like Zemo, Red Skull, Crossbones, a Winter Soldier. So we have all these characters that are Hydra, right? They are all Hydra. They are all related with Hydra, but they have been trashed for a long time. The last time we had the Hydra character with the rework was probably Winter Soldier on Rebirth, and it was not even that good. So this means that this guy could come to the game as a super villain and be the counterpart like Odin, right? So Odin is together with Asgardians. This guy would come to the game and be together with the Hydra team. Okay, so that's my third option, my third guess. Let's go to the next one. And the next one is very, very likely, which is the High Evolutionary. So the High Evolutionary was in the MCU recently. They made this version of the High Evolutionary, which doesn't really matches the comics version. We have also this one in red. We also have this one from the Unlimited universe. It's not the Ultimate universe, it's the Unlimited universe. So we definitely have different depictions of the High Evolutionary that could come to the game. And High Evolutionary, it would not be similar to Odin because it doesn't have a specific team that could be a part of, but it's a possibility. Other possibility would be Merlin, because we have Morgan Le Fay, we have Black Knight, we have Agatha, so maybe Merlin could also come to the game. but I think High Evolutionary makes more sense, even that is once again more of a solo character rather than someone that has synergies with yesteryear characters. And for the last option, and in my opinion it's the most likely, is MODOK. Yeah, I think it's time finally for MODOK to come to the game. And like I was saying about Mojo, they already have Mojo with this strange frame in the game, so doing Mojo and MODOK would be way easier. These characters from Dark Dimension, they always have their special 3D model like Odin has. There is no one else that looks like Odin. So this means that they could use the frame from Mojo that is already in game to bring MODOK to the game as well. And the MODOK would fit in all the same situations that we were talking about Odin, right? Once again, Odin is together with the Asgardians, and MODOK could be together with Hydra or with AIM. He actually would cover a lot more than Odin, but that's a good thing because most of those other teams, both Hydra and AIM, are mostly minions, right? And with Scientist Supreme going elsewhere, it would be a nice addition to the game to have another super villain, especially tech. That's the good thing about these three characters, is all of them can be tech: MODOK, Mojo, and Armin Zola. And that's good because we don't have a powerful mythical character that is tech. Right now we only have Kestrel, and Kestrel is absolutely yesteryear material. So this would be a great way to finish the Age of Professor X, Age of X saga, and then finish Dark Dimension 9 and go towards this. From my speculation, I think Professor X will be available between July and August of next year, and this means that this Dark Dimension 9 would come around March. It will be like Gear Tier 20, level 105, possibly that Isoate Purple, level 4 and level 5. And I think it makes the most sense. But you guys let me know in the comments below which one of my guesses do you think it's the most likely, and which one would you actually prefer if it was not one of the ones I mentioned. Let me know what you think about all of these. Would you prefer Dark Dimension 9 to come at a later stage? Do you prefer the Gear Tier 20, or do you prefer this new Purple Isoate system for Dark Dimensions? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Force content, and I will catch you guys later.